Morning, everybody. Saturday morning at National Conference. What a concept. I'm so glad, though, that after a late night, that I have the one thing we all need to jumpstart our day. You know what that is, right? So I hope you've all had your dose this morning, and these will not be for sale at conference, but maybe next year if we get enough interest in it. We have to expand our marketing efforts. Booyah! Speaking of booyah, the learning never stops around here. Even last night at the blackjack table, we were throwing out some hearty booyahs, and when the dealers changed, one of the dealers was from China, South China, and she said, "Booyah, what is that?" And we said, it's an exclamation, a cheer from TV. And she looked at us funny, and I said, "Why, does it mean something to you?" She goes, "Yes." And she said, in either Cantonese or Mandarin, booyah means, "I don't want any." So, I mean, the learning never stops here. I want to start by thanking everybody for making this conference such a success for me, and I hope it was a success for you as well. Just unbelievable goodwill and ideas and action steps I'm ready to implement. I hope you got some to take back to the office as well. I want to thank you for all the kind words, all the congratulations on what a great conference it was. It's great that all that's directed at me, but I honestly don't have much to do with it. The work behind the scenes to make this conference so splendid began over a year ago. We have people already working on next year's conference in Tucson and the numerous staff that were here this week. I want to give a couple special recognitions. One, to my partner in video production and our roving photographer and multimedia whiz, Adam McGilvery. Really creative. I'd especially like to thank the two people who bear responsibility for every detail, whether it's last-second script changes, my occasional wardrobe malfunctions, or the many special requests for transportation, rooms, discounts, accommodations for distant relatives, etc., from all of you. Without these two superstars, none of this would even be remotely possible. So please join me in thanking Erica Bednar and Tanya Glass for making this work. Now I get to embarrass them. There's meaning in the gifts. The flowers are for the next 36 hours where they'll be cleaning up the mess we left behind. And then the gift, hopefully, is something they'll use as soon as possible after that. It's a robe from the spa here. So use it to good purpose. I hope we don't treat this conference as merely the capstone of 2006. I hope we use it as a foundation to build upon for 2007. National Conference is just one program offered through the Wealth Management Academy. We'll offer Wealth Management Academy offers matrix workshops, 4 advanced solutions programs, premier experience, over 200 web conferences, the WIN program, BMS WIN, and the calendar for 2007 is on your table now. Please make your plans early. A couple housekeeping items. I'd like to recognize the winner of our National Conference Win Team contest. We're awarding a $50 rebate on next year's registration fee to the Win Team that had the greatest percentage of attendance at this year's conference. Please stand when your team is called. This year, the team with the highest percentage of attendance is the Carolinas Win Team, with 100% of their members in attendance. Congratulations. Second, on behalf of the entire First Global family, I'd like to thank all the sponsors who helped make this conference a reality. AIM Investments, Atlas America, AXA Distributors, AXA Enterprise, C&L Securities, Dividend Capital, Guardian Investor Services, Inland Securities, John Hancock Brokerage, John Hancock Funds, Nationwide Financial, Oppenheimer Funds, Penn Mutual Life Insurance, Phoenix Life, and Wells Real Estate Funds. Please give a round of applause to our premier sponsors. My final thoughts are to offer some perspective on what we do and really who we are. Today is November 11th. On this date in 1918, on the 11th hour, the 11th day of the 11th month, much of the world stopped to mark the end of a horrific conflict, the supposed war to end all wars. And today, that Armistice Day is called Veterans Day, and sadly, the dogs of war still circle the globe. On behalf of everyone here, I'd like to salute those of us who have served our country and honor those who today are in harm's way and those making the ultimate sacrifice to defend our freedoms and secure our way of life. Next, please welcome David Knock, Vice President of Advisory Services Operations. David?